dash. Yeah. Honey, I dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First down, Jaguars.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm coming for you. You mind?
2nd and 13. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9 now. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives you...
Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Buying time, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McCrane's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll set up to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that
one. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Paris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll throw now on the final play. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to keep it here. And he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Vance McDonald hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the...
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah,
I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jaguars.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the slant. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Hey, turn up.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. Show it.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
I'll be right your left because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The pass there complete to Sutton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Let's go now. Henry, Mike's 56. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
They'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 61. Match box.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Tonight's final